Hello my creatives and welcome to another video. So today I'm here to share a junk journal with me and I'm just jumping right in with this first story. So this first story is quite a story, which of course I will tell because I always tell a little bit about the story about my photos. But before I start that, I will tell you what I'm using. I'm working in this junk journal I made myself. There is also a video about this on my YouTube channel. And I am using the Maggie Holmes Flourish collection, and I purchased this digital kit on AC Digitals, which is linked down below in the description box if you want to check it out. I print and prepare this at home. I also have a tutorial video about that, about how you can do that and about how I work. I will also link that down below for you if you want to know how to prepare and print your own digital kits. I share everything about the papers that I use, how I do it, how you can do it, and how I process it. So that's just the start, and I'm just working on this page. So this page in week 38 I got sick, and I got quite a bit of sick, so that was quite interesting. And with the current situation we're living in, of course, with COVID, you have to get tested when you get sick. So I just took a photo of the sign outside of the test location I went to, and I kept the information folder that you get after you got tested. And now I'm just creating a pocket for it. So I'm measuring out how big I want my pocket to be, so you could see the title of the folder. So that's a bit of trying and then removing again some paper and trying again. But what I usually do is I measure the thing I want to put in a pocket and I add up a little bit and then half an inch of gluing flaps, so that way I know that my stuff will fit into the pocket and that I have enough real estate to glue my pocket down. So that is what I'm working on here. I think my pocket ended up to be 1.5 inch and I just keep the folder with it to try to figure out how I want to put it on my page. So I also took some blue papers because the sign had some blue in there and I thought it would tie in nice with my photograph. And now I'm just going to play around with my embellishments. The week 38 I stamp up front before I start filming, because I shared that in many videos before. It's just an alphabet stamp from Gossamer Blue, which is discontinued, but I used just some scrap white paper and Archival Ink to stamp up my weeks, and all my weeks are the same to keep it a little bit consistent. So I'm just going to start embellishing right now. And yeah, so I got sick this week, and I got quite sick. I couldn't breathe properly anymore, and I had a fever, and I couldn't breathe in the sense that I was like squeaking and stuff, so I couldn't do anything. So it was quite, you know, we thought, well, maybe I do have COVID, you know. So I got tested, of course, because those are the rules. You when you get sick, you get tested, and of course I want to know because I don't want to infect anybody else. It's also, I don't know, I feel it's quite a human thing to do, or a nice thing to do, to stay home when you are sick. So and in my case I was pretty sick, so I stayed home, but I got myself tested. And we were quite wondering, well, this could have been COVID, you know. So the title of this page will also be COVID or not, question mark. And I'm going to use some thickers for that. These are very old thickers that I still have laying around from the Maggie Holmes Bloom collection, but I thought they looked very nice with the blue paper. So I just stuck that down there on my title, and now you're all wondering if I had COVID. No, I didn't. It was just a regular airway infection, like the regular stuff, you know, because of course that can also happen. But we were quite, well, maybe it is it. So I wanted to document that because simply in a couple of years from now, this will be so interesting to look back at. I mean, when will you get another folder about corona tests or COVID tests and the coronavirus and the current climate? So I'm all about documenting what happens, and especially with this situation going on. This is such a weird situation. We've never seen something like this before, and I think it would be very fun, although it's not fun, of course, right now, but still in a couple of years, I think I will appreciate that I documented this. So, of course, I'm going to add some house embellishments because Utz and I were in isolation because I also had a fever and I couldn't breathe properly. So he was a week off, which he very much enjoyed. Because Utz still goes to his work because of the occupation he has. He is in the military, so of course he goes to his work every day. So yeah, he was at home and he didn't get sick, which was quite funny because I was so sick, and then he was like, oh, I don't feel anything at all. So yeah, that is what I journaled about. So it was just a normal airway infection, nothing exciting, but still I think it's important to document this because in a few years it will be so strange that we did this. Moving on to the next page, in week 39, I uploaded my Schokker Producties video that I made on my internship, and Link is here having a few pets. He sometimes likes to come on the desk and get some attention, so I will give it to him. And he sometimes just wants to show himself to you guys. He's that kind of kitty. But yeah, this week I edited the video I made for my internship company, and I wanted to document that, so I asked them if I could also put that on my own YouTube channel because I was very proud of what I made, and I wanted to share with you guys more about what I'm doing in my personal life, which you don't see a lot about. Yeah, in these junk journal with me you see a lot about it, but not the actual working or what I'm studying. So they said yes, which was very exciting for me because I loved sharing that. So I made my thumbnail and I printed that off as my photo for this week because it was just a proud little moment for me. And also this is the reason why they want me back in a month, I think. I hope. Let's hope so. Because I'm currently graduating. I'm still my last 2 exams right now. So after I graduate, they want me back to do these things for them. And so I want to remember this moment as a special moment. You know, you have those moments that are changing, or moments that are, how do I say that? The start of a new journey. So this felt like this is a moment where I started a new journey. So I really wanted to give that a big place in my journal. And that's also why I printed off this photo quite big, because it is a big moment for me. So what I did, I used some brown packaging paper, which I get in my orders when I order something online. And then I took some of the Maggie Holmes washi tape to create some pattern strip. And now I'm just going through my embellishments to figure out how I want to layer it up. So I chose the camera, of course, because I made a video for them. And I took some of these leaves. I'm very much into the florals, botanicals and leaves at the moment. And I choose quite a neutral color scheme because the colors in my photo are quite prominent and quite on their own. So I wanted to keep it more neutral around the photo, and so that my photo would pop off the page. And I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this. So playing around with some labels, and of course I want to add some journaling. And I have to say that this journal session was quite a bit of a struggle for me because I don't do a lot of the creative things for my YouTube channel at the moment. Simply because I'm in my exams or in my finals and I am so incredibly busy. I work almost every day on it, and that means that I don't have a lot of time to be creative. So getting back into it is quite a struggle. But, it's something you have to do. And once you are going again, it's okay. So now I find this journaling card, which is also part of the Maggie Holmes Flourish collection. And I thought that was perfect to add some journaling. And I wanted to add a doodly border around this. But then after doing the bottom, I thought maybe I should stick my stuff down first. So this is usually how I do it, especially because I like to layer stuff. I like to put everything on top of my page and then stick everything down so I know what goes on top and what is on the bottom. And then I will give it a permanent place, but that's easier for me to work so I can see the whole thing coming together. and I don't have to rip up pieces again, which sometimes of course also happens, but I like to have my base ready. So now I'm just going to stick my photo down with some double-sided tape, which I very much enjoy using for my photos, especially because now it's stuck down immediately. I don't have to worry about with wet glue things moving and stuff. And now I'm just going to finish up my doodly border, and I'm going to journal around this or on this page about this video that I made. So if you want to see this video, I will leave it linked down below and up in the eye, so you can check out what I made. I'm very, very proud of it, so I would very much appreciate it if you would check it out. And I also added the word grow because this was a moment of growth for me, so I thought that would fit very, very nicely with this page. Also for 2021, maybe something fun to say is I'm going to do a memory keeping binder. I have this old planner laying around, Carpe Diem planner, and I'm going to turn that into my memory keeping, but I will post a video about that when I'm ready to do so. Now I move on to week 40, and week 40 is quite a special week. So week 40 I had a father-daughter day, which was quite special. So for the ones following me and knowing a bit about my story, know that I am not in contact with my family, except my dad. And well, it's a long story, which I maybe share someday, but my dad and I had a complicated relationship. When I grew up, he wasn't around much due to reasons I will tell in another video when people want to know. But let's just say he was not a problem in my childhood. But we've had a complicated relationship, and when I turned 18, we had a conversation about, you know, the family situation and the situation about him and me, and the mistakes we made and the mistakes he made, and we had a very, very open-hearted, honest conversation, and that made that when I turned 18, even though I needed time, we were able to build our relationship up again. So now I am 28, so we are 10 years later, and I grew a lot, he grew a lot, and we now have a relationship which is actually very nice. So it's not a traditional father-daughter relationship, although I don't know what that means, but you know, you see people around you. But it is a relationship that works for us. So I don't see him that often. I think I maybe see him 2 times or 3 times a year. Of course, this year I didn't see him at all, only this time. And we were supposed to go to an event, but that event got cancelled. But we didn't want to cancel our father-daughter day, simply because we don't see each other that often. He's very busy. He lives in Amsterdam, and that's 150 kilometers away from me. And I have my own life, and that is how we like it. Our relationship is like no nonsense relationship. I do my thing and he does his thing, and we are there for each other, but we don't try to intervene in each other's lives. How do I say that? So if I ask him for advice, of course I do, but he doesn't have an opinion about how I live my life. I mean, I think with the past we've been through, it's not a thing that we are supposed to have about each other's lives. I know I wouldn't want it. So, you know, live and let live. That's our thing. So yeah, we had this father-daughter day, and we were supposed to go to an American Sunday car event with all American cars and classic cars, which we really like to go together, but that didn't go through. So we made our own. He has this pickup truck, and yeah, so we just drove around a little and talked and had fun together. He had made us a hoodie, so we have the same hoodie, and a cap, so that was really nice. And we just drove around and did some fun things together, you know, just talking, just chilling. And well, this is the first time that I got into his car with my own driver's license, because I have my driver's license now for almost 3 years. And I never drew in his pickup truck. So that was the first time me driving in a pickup truck, which was quite exciting. I really liked driving it though. I really liked it. But I also found out that I need glasses because I can't see properly in the dark. So I need to get myself some glasses once exam period is over. So yeah, that's a story about my father-daughter day. And although he doesn't like to take photos, I told him, you have to go on a photo with me because I need to document you. But I don't want to. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna do it. So, which is really fun. But this is the first time I think in years that I have a photo together with my dad. But of course, because of privacy reasons, I put a post-it over his face. So I really wanted to make it just a fun and happy page because it was just a fun day and we had a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm very grateful that my dad and I were able to build a relationship again, even though it maybe doesn't look like other father-daughter relationships. It's good for us and it works for us. And I know he will always be there because there's only one thing he cares most about, and that is his children. Even though sometimes it doesn't look like that, he does. Like, he's a very, very loving dad. So yeah, I'm very happy to have this in my journal. So of course I'm going to journal about that. What you see me do was just using the same things I already used before, and I used some gold alphabet stickers from an old planner that I had. So here I'm just flipping you through the pages that I made today, and here are some still shots. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up. I would also love it if you'd consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye!